Hey, Earthlings,
Hello.
welcome to the Smooth Show, the show where nothing ever goes wrong.
Hello, everyone.
Hi
there. Everything, always runs smooth as clockwork.
It's the Smooth Show. Oh,
hey, Jennifer.
Over to you,
hey,
Nella.
Deb. Hey, Bunny B.
Okay.
Hey, Maria.
Hi, everyone.
Are you going to do the hellos, Wendy? Or
Oh, sorry, I was just saying it as people were coming in. Hey, Amber.
Okay.
They were just literally coming through, so I was just saying it as they were saying hello. No, please do go ahead, Ella.
Today I'm very pleased to introduce you our guest panelist, a fellow activist from Athens. And we have done things together, several activist events. She's Konstantina Lyrou. I know that there are people from Greece watching us tonight, so kalispera. And Konstantina has a master's degree in animal welfare, ethics and the law. And she's also the founder of Vegan 22 Greece, and she's a member of the board of directors of Vegan Life Festival, and also the Pan-Hellenic Animal Welfare and Environmental Protection. So we have a lot to discuss today. Welcome, Konstantina.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Special thanks to you, Nella. I really appreciate your invitation. And also I thank Roger and Wendy for having me here to have this discussion. Hi.
Oh, that's a pleasure. Looking forward to it.
Me too.
So I'll start by saying that a few years ago, while doing outreach at some event, we realized that there was a need for a program that could help those interested to do the transition to the vegan lifestyle. And you decided to create this program, taking under consideration the specific cultural elements, the Greek holidays, the Greek cuisine, even the financial problems people had back then during the recession. And that's how Vegan 22 Greece was born. So do you want to tell us, it was not an easy thing to do, so.
Yeah. So I realized that there was a need for a program in Greek, because when we were talking to other people in the streets, I mean activists, then we were sending them to take, or we were suggesting them to take Challenge 22. But I realized that not all people knew, had fluency in English, so they probably couldn't attend such a program. So I realized that there was a need to create a similar program in Greek and also adjust it to the Greek culture and other Greek, other Greek information that are needed for a person in order to transition to a vegan lifestyle. It was not an easy task, I have to say, because we have to gather activists, experts, doctors, nutritionists. We have to also find food bloggers and other food chefs, and also there was too much work about how to form the group. Mm-hmm. So in terms of graphics, or how to make a program that would be fun and also informative, in not only about the diet, but about the philosophy of veganism. That meant that we had to include information about the animals, about ethics, about the environment as well, and about reducing plastic and adopting a less waste lifestyle on the way.
Mm-hmm. One of the things...
It's not how it started right now. It was it had a primitive form like for a year, and then we evolved it, and now it has a culminated version. It's the culminated version of what we did, and I found new things on the way, and I'd added them into the group as well.
one thing I want to say is if people are interested to creating something like that in their own language, if their main language is not English, or in their own city, a more localized program, questions and inquiries are welcome.
Yeah, sure.
So one of the things I love about the program is that although it gives you all the practical advice needed to make the transition, how to cook, what to buy, what kind of cleansers, of cosmetics, clothing, whatever, it also focuses a lot on the ethics and on the specific knowledge about how the industries, the exploitation industries work. So when someone completes the program, they are pretty much ready to go out and do outreach themselves.
Yeah, if it's their transition is successful and they have put on the effort and the energy and the time to study the units, the guides we have inside the group, then they are fully aware of what to say and what's going on. And if they are confident enough, they can do it. And they have done it. We have many challengers that went vegan from the program and then started being active immediately. And also another thing that helps is that we met before the pandemic, not now. So they met us and they felt like they belong to the community. And that also helps to gain confidence in what you do when you see other people doing that as well and being passionate about it.
I remember those gatherings. Oh, go ahead, Wendy.
Yeah. No, sorry, I just want to ask about the numbers because Dave asks also, Dave's noticed that my light is playing up. So well spotted, Dave. It was all right last week. Now it's been a right little bugger again. So yeah, I'm in the dark.
How many vegans?
It's fine. How many vegans are there in Greece? And then also as a continuation of that, I wonder how many challenges you've had going through your program, and then how many do you have any feedback of how many continue as vegans afterwards?
Yeah. We do not know, we do not have an official number for how many vegans are in Greece. We can just assume a number, and maybe they're more or they're less, but we're many. We know that. We are, I think, that's a good guess, would be less. Yeah, like 50,000 or so, all over Greece, not only in Athens. In the program, there were approximately 2,000 participants from the beginning. And I think they stayed vegan, or even if they did not they were not fully vegan on the program, they needed like a few months to do it. I think that half of them, maybe, I don't know, maybe more, remained vegan after the challenge. And I know many that became activists.
And the way we know that is that
we have met them.
We have met them, yes. We have a quite small community here. And so the volunteers were encouraged to keep a more personal relationship with the challengers. So there have been phone calls and people get in touch even a long time after the completion of the program. So you may have an idea if someone is vegan or not.
Yeah,
it sounds like Ronnie Lee's dream, doesn't it? Create vegans and create vegan activists all in one program. Ronnie, you'd be delighted with that, I'm sure. I wonder if anyone in the chat has been through any of these kind of programs like Vegan 22 or your challenge, Constantine. I wonder if anyone here has been through it, and then what their experience was. And I wonder how important you feel it is for the vegan curious or pre-vegans, transitioning vegans, or whatever stage they might be at. How important is it for them to have this guidance and support while they're going through that?
I think it's very important.
Really important.
Yeah, I think it's very important because when we went vegan, we had nobody. We had no information. We had to gather all the information by ourselves. I personally studied for 2 years. Every night, like for 5 or 6 hours, I was studying things about the ethics, about the diet, about health, because I wanted to be sure about what was I doing. And truly, you have to know many things when you go vegan. So it's the library we have built, the social learning platform, helps all the information and the knowledge to be assembled together. So it's like a tool for many people who are new to this, that aids them to transition, and that's organized, and they think that this is helpful. I also want to say here that not only people from Greece participate in the programs, there were Greeks all over the world. So we had a Greek woman that participated from Alaska even, or from Australia, or from Africa. So, you know, they knew it because they are Greeks, but they live abroad. But because it's online, everybody can participate. It doesn't matter where they are, but it only matters if they're Greek, because the challenge is only in Greek currently. We'll see about the future.
And one of the things that are quite interesting is when you choose a volunteer to pair them with a challenger, you are trying to match their interests too. So, for example, if you have a challenger who is an athlete, you pair them with an athlete that has more knowledge on the subject, or you're trying to match people from the same city or even the same areas, so they can give information about products and stores and stuff like that. At the end, it feels quite personal.
Yeah, the matching process really plays an important role. Sure, all those things you mentioned are the determinants when I try to match people, mentors with challengers, and also the same age or same interests, or let's say if we had for example, students of medicine, so I would match them with someone that has medical knowledge, and maybe they had like more, they will be more demanding in terms of papers or searching about the health issue. So I try to do that as well, and also from the same city. That plays also a very significant role. Because if someone is from the same city, they could probably meet, go for shopping together. It depends also on the mentor, how much time a mentor puts, or the effort he or she makes. And yeah, I think it's very helpful because we had no one. So we have also
Maria makes a really good point, actually. Sorry, no, I was just sorry to interrupt, Konstantina. Maria makes a really good point in that she says, and Maria was on the show quite a while ago, actually.
Yeah. Hi, Maria.
Very interesting.
Yeah, we know
very
her.
Interesting program we did with Maria. But she says, I think it's very important because it's about not just the well-structured information that's helpful, but the idea of community that it creates. Because that's really important, isn't it, for vegans to have like-minded people in a community, people to support you, to help you, to go through it with, actually, or just to sort of know that other people get it and understand you. I think that's really important, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true. Also, we have many mentors that let's say moved city from Thessaloniki. They came in Athens, and they didn't know anyone here. So by participating in the challenge as a mentor, they have earned valuable friendships, and they now are in the community. I have many examples of that. Also, if you want to volunteer and be a mentor in the challenge, you can volunteer from wherever you are, even if you are abroad. And
I have a question. I have a question on that, actually, Konstantina. In a practical sense, if someone listening was thinking, you know what, I think I could do that, or I'd like to help or volunteer in some way, whether it's your one or a different kind of program, how much time do the mentors dedicate to this kind of project? And then what kind of knowledge and skills would you need to start with, if someone was interested in doing that?
That's a very good question. The first thing for a mentor to enter the challenge and volunteer in that is that he has to form a specific form with his or her personal information, and also some questions about how he's going to deal or she's going to deal with some questions, let's say
hypothetical scenarios.
Yes, hypothetical scenarios, and then we do not judge them. We do not rate the answers, but we can advise them on what we say to challengers depending on our experience and depending on the person we speak to. So now regarding the time and the time they put in the team, it depends on how much time the challenger demands from him, or how they sort it out together. There is not like a specific hours. There are not specific hours you have to put. So if the challenger reads everything on himself, then maybe 2 days, or every 2 days, or every 3 days, the mentor can send a message or call him or something like that. If the challenger is not, we ask them, so if you have time to read, what time is preferable for you to talk? We ask the challengers. So it depends, each case is different. We do not have a specific time, or I don't know, energy, or whatever they have to put in. It depends on them. And we cannot guess. Yeah, with it. We cannot guess. Maybe someone is 10 hours online, maybe another challenger is every 2 days. I don't know, something like that.
Would each mentor have just one person or more than one person? Or again, is that different for each case? Would you?
Yeah. Nowadays they have one person, but when we like last year or 2 years earlier than that, I personally had like 7, or other people had 3, 4. It depended. When we had many people coming in and we had to assign them with a mentor, there were people that volunteered to be responsible for more than one, maybe 2 or 3. But it's better if you have one, I think, because you need to guide him. You need to know, the mentors as well need to not feel pressure, So when you have one person, it's easier than having 3 or 5 people.
There've been people helping
Angelica.
Oh,
sorry, Nella. Just was saying, Angelica's comment was really.
That's Maria's mom, so you know.
Oh, is it? Oh, good old mom.
There've been persons that were happy with just receiving the material you sent them and asking a few questions online. There've been others that would call you from a pizza place, crying because they had a non-vegan pizza, or they were thinking to order the non-vegan pizza, and you had to negotiate a situation like that. It always depends on the person, I think.
Yeah.
One thing I wanted to mention is that apart from the closed group on Facebook where the challenge operates, there is also a Facebook page with posts that are accessible to anyone, and usually these are posts about what happens in the news. So if there is something in the news related to other animals, for example, when the dolphin was murdered, then you're very quick to do a post giving the animal rights and the vegan perspective.
Yeah.
And I find this very helpful for the community and for the non-vegans that are interested in a particular incident.
Not only the page on Facebook, but also the site where I write articles about daily issues and maybe what's in the news and concerns us. And also our Instagram account. That helps other people that are not vegan to get informed about many subjects. And I try, to raise awareness any way I can. And writing articles and doing research about subjects is a thing that I do daily, not only for Vegan 22, but also for the Federation I'm in, and I try to do my best, So, yeah, we have our agenda. It's like to see what's happening also now, not only the philosophy and the theory that veganism is about, but also what's happening in the world, decisions we have to make, news. For example, we had an article made about xenotransplantation that we learned that I think it was a month ago that they transferred like an organ from a pig
to a human, yes.
Yeah. So we try to be, on the spotlight and raise awareness about daily issues as well.
Should we watch some slides just to have an idea how's the group from within?
And just while that's getting ready as well, there's just a couple of really good points. One is from Anne, who says at 616, it's not the same, but when I was a new vegan, I attended a regular vegan book club and meetings, which were extremely helpful. And I totally agree. And actually, Nella and I both attend a Vine Sanctuary book club, and it's just brilliant.
Which is amazing, really amazing.
It's really amazing. And thank you to Angelica for this brilliant supportive comment for Constantina, and thanks for that comment as well, Angelica.
Thank you
for all you do as well. And then Jeremy, I just found Jeremy's comment really, really interesting as well, which is the misconception that the dietary aspect of veganism is the most challenging, when in reality the social aspects are often the hardest. I think sometimes the two go together as well, don't they? Often we are eating in social environments, and I think, and with other people. So I think the two do kind of go together, but I don't know if you have any thoughts on that, Constantina.
I think
or anyone.
A major problem from that challengers mention is that they learn about where to buy stuff or what to make, the recipes, etc. But the thing that really concerns them, especially during the third week of the program, when they have already, find their ways on what to buy and what to eat, to cook, etc., is how to deal with their social environment and their families. And because they start saying that they are going vegan or they are in the process, then there is the opposition. So the mentors help them and give them information about the most common arguments we hear and how to answer them. So there is also a specific guide in the challenge that helps them on regarding how to answer and respond to these questions, and when to engage or when not to engage in such conversations, when they are disrespectful, let's say, or something else, or I don't know, something similar like this. That's a very big problem. And what to say to their families, to their workplace, to their boyfriends as well, and their relationships, their companions. Yeah, that's a problem. That's a big problem.
I don't know who Ronnie Lee can be talking about when he's talking about a-holes, though. Can you? I mean, I don't think any of us have ever come across any a-holes in our lives, have we?
Only daily, yeah.
Only in the vegan community, but it's interesting because a lot of the themes that have come up in the chat so far are things that we've talked about as a team, because we were thinking of doing a show on a new bit of research that Nella found, which was about the kind of isolation and loneliness of vegans, or it's kind of vegan and vegetarians. And then also we were thinking about the issue of the trauma of being vegan in a non-vegan world. And so a program like this is doing a lot of work in that sense, because I used to be quite terrible in the 80s. I used to be very critical of the social side of the social movement, and then I realized how important it was. And I think this has been reflected by the comments just now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Should we go on, Roger?
Yeah,
to view some slides from down.
So a little things about the challenge as well. It's a non-profit organization. It's under the umbrella of Vegan Life Festival. We will talk about Vegan Life Festival in a little bit. And our goal is for challengers to gain knowledge and motivation for an overall more sustainable lifestyle while respecting animals, humans, and the environment.
Oh, that's making me so hungry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Uh,
there are really good chefs in the program.
yeah.
Oh, looks good.
So we have a team of vegan mentors, nutritionists, and expert counselors with daily recipes from the team, chefs, diet tips, ethics, environment, and health guidance material, and much more. We help them transition to a vegan lifestyle. The personal mentor, we talked about that earlier on with Nella. So it's very important for us to match the challengers with the mentors as best as we can, and to find suitable, let's say, people. Also, the mentors, the volunteers, the experts, everyone is a volunteer in this group.
No one gets fed, so.
Yeah. We have also discount baskets. That means that we have created baskets of products, not only for eating products, but also cleansing products or other cosmetic products. So
Services too.
So they can buy the products that we are going to use during the 3 weeks, and they will have also a discount for it. They will get a discount for it. Also, we have other discounts, not baskets, discount on services, offers from our nutritionists, and other products to help them to experiment with vegan products and to help them find what they can use.
Because
Well,
also,
at the end of that,
go ahead, Wendy. Oh, go ahead.
well, because Amber commented that, and it just ties in with this, that it says the challenge takes place in a hidden group on Facebook every 2 months. And Amber was asking, for those who aren't keen on using social media platforms, how much do programs like yours and others rely on social media?
Totally. If you do not have a Facebook account, you cannot enter the challenge. I'm trying to build the challenge inside the site now, so everyone can take it, because we had people that were asked us, they did not have Facebook accounts, so they couldn't take the challenge. But many of them just we urged them to make a Facebook account just for the challenge, and they have done it. But I know the problem here, so I have that in mind in order to create a challenge, but to run from the site, so they do not have to have a social media, to have a Facebook account, let's say. And for the hidden group part, the secret part, we do that to maintain the privacy of the challenger. So you cannot find the group. We have another group that is for graduates, so we can still have contact with all the challengers. But once they finish the challenge, we give them like one week or 2 weeks to finish what they haven't read yet, and then they being transferred into the other group. And we hide the group so we can guard their privacy.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
no
Deb said she's moving. Deb's moving to Greece.
Oh, please do that.
Currently in Arizona, I believe. But
when the challenge starts, no one can be added, or the challenge cannot be found on Facebook. And it reopens when we have the next challenge again, a week before we have the next challenge. Yeah, can you please go forward so we can see? Okay. I don't know what's happening here. Just move. And now slide forward.
That was the inside of the group. Yes. So every week you get programs like that with suggestions for meals, and also you get the recipes for these meals. You get all the nutritional information you need, and apart from that, tell us a little bit about the ethical side of things. Challenger get all the information about the industry.
I will show you. Just wait. This is our main schedule, and we have adjusted that to our Greek tradition, cuisine, and we have also included products that we vegans, are a staple for us. For example, We have tofu, we have soy, we have smoothies, we have Buddha balls, and
With our international, but we also have traditional.
yeah, legumes or souvlaki. Do you know souvlaki? Here in Greece, everyone eats souvlaki. So we have also a challenge, a daily challenge.
What is that?
It's
At the risk of
you-
making myself extra hungry, like just tell me what it is.
you probably know it as kebab.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Kebab,
yeah.
like, yeah.
Yeah. So what's a Buddha bowl? I thought that was a musical instrument. No, it's obviously not.
No, it's a Buddha
No,
bowl. It's a bowl.
it's Asian cuisine.
Yeah, it's a bowl that has 4 or 5, I think, groups of different foods and whole foods, we mean. And it's very common in a vegan diet, the Buddha bowl.
They're lovely, aren't they?
You
Vegan
take
restaurants too.
leftovers. Yeah, you take leftovers also if you are at home. You take leftovers, you combine them with seeds, with nuts, with legumes, with rice, and you create a Buddha bowl. It's called Buddha bowl because, you know, Buddhists, what they did was had a bowl, and they people just put in the bowl some foods, and they had the ultimate result was a bowl with different foods. That's why it's called Buddha bowl.
So the program was also the dietary program was also created having in mind that argument that veganism is expensive.
Yeah. So we try to, you know, address that myth. So everything we have here, the budget is really there is no, you do not need much money to spend. It's not expensive. You can find all these products in your supermarket or we have flea markets as well here, and it's cheap. It's not special ingredients or whatever, or full of processed meats, etc. Sure, they can buy whatever they want, but we don't include them as staples in our schedule.
That's very good, because we get a lot of accusations that, you know, veganism is very expensive and it's because of the processed stuff, and obviously there's a supply and demand element to that. I just wanted to highlight what Ronnie says here, in the sense that I know that Cranky Vegan, when he first went online, he did challenge 22 just to check it out, as it were, even though he was a vegan already for about 25, 30 years. Sounds to me that what's going on in Greece is the most sophisticated of these that I've found so far, because of the fact that there's this strong element of the ethics, which is kind of built in. It's not just like a little add-on to it.
Yeah. I realized that as well when I was a mentor in Challenge 22. It was only focused primarily on diet. So I am a true believer of education. I went vegan because I got the proper education. So I believe that people have to also educate themselves in the same time, so they can, you know, strengthen themselves and their motives as well. Not only change practical things, but start questioning things and you know, learn of what is happening inside the industries and generally learn about the philosophy. Can you please forward that slide so I can explain thoroughly what we have done with the ethical part? Okay, just a quick here. The 3 first photos are from the daily challenges. So you can see here we have specific graphics for our daily challenges, and next to it, the 3 other graphs are from the recipes for the daily challenge. And the creator of this is the guy you see here. He's called Konstantinos. He has Beats Me, and he has contributed a lot in the challenge. He's responsible for the recipes and what recipes we will include in each challenge, because, you know, it depends also on the weather and
seasons. Yes.
Yeah, seasons. So we have 22 daily challenges and 22 daily recipes for that. Can you please Show the next slide. Yeah. Also, the dietitian material is from that girl who makes a really hard effort to educate others about eating healthily and choosing a vegan diet, and she has contributed as well major in our group, because we have based all the dietitian and all the health information on her site and on her work. She's a registered dietitian. She has also studied in England. She's called Nikki, and she has a very famous Instagram account and page and site as well.
Let me say here that when challengers decide to take the challenge, they can also state, if they want, their medical issues. So if they're worried about a specific medical issue, the mentor takes the question to the dietitian. So they give more informed answers.
Yeah. And she has answered concerns of many challengers who had spoken and directly to her, not only using the mentor.
For the mentor.
Yeah. Forward, Roger, please. Yeah, here are the guides. If you zoom to the picture, you will see that we have created the guides. So the guides consist of many posts. The posts are they are articles, documentaries, and information, dietitian information, about the environment, and about the animals as well. So each unit may contain from 10 to 20 posts. That's a lot, I know. But they have to learn these things. So we have created the first week, we informed them about the animals, about the meat industry mainly. The second week, we informed them about the dairy products, honey and eggs as well. And the third week of the challenge, we informed them about plastic, ethical fashion, about cosmetics, cleansers, and all the other stuff. And about
vivisection, of course, animal testing.
Yeah, animal testing, all the things that concern veganism. Yeah. It's very important for, I have to say something here for everyone who is interested to start a similar program in his country. By turning a Facebook group to a social learning group, Facebook provides us with some tools. That means that we have the opportunity to create units or guides. We have labels or tags or post topics. We have albums, files as well. So you can organize it and structure it perfectly. I'm just saying that because I didn't know even the existence of these tools. I found it on my, I was searching something, how to put the tags, and then I saw that I could convert the group to a social learning group, and then had other tools. And then I realized that, oh, okay, that's very useful. And that's how we do it now. Imagine that if you don't do that, I had to schedule 400 posts for each challenge. Every challenge I had to schedule 400 posts. But by doing this, now that I don't have to schedule the post, I have to schedule only the unit, so it's one for each day. It's not 400 for all the days.
Do you have that, just a real practical question on that, Christina, do you have all of this content stored outside of Facebook as well? I mean, if Facebook suddenly kind of went down or closed you down tomorrow, you've got all that, backed up.
I have.
I'm sure you've thought of this. I just had a little panic moment for you then.
Yeah, I know. I have most of the material in my drive, and I have also, we have it on the site. So the site cannot be lost, even if something happens to the site, the material stays. I can find it. But yes, I have thought about that. It's a nightmarish scenario, but I have
That's a
thought
lot of
also about
work.
that. Yeah,
I appreciate how
Yeah.
much work you've put into that. So I just, yeah.
yeah.
Can you go
Can you-
on? Yeah,
Yeah,
because we
can you
have.
please?
I really would like to talk about the festival too.
Yeah, here is the experiment. We talk also about certification. So we inform people of what certification, what is its certification, and which one to choose when choosing a cosmetic products or a cleanser. Can you please forward that? Okay.
That's
yeah.
clothing, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, this is about clothing. So we inform also about how to read labels and what materials they can buy and what materials are vegan and what to avoid as well. If they want to buy something
everything,
new.
Constantina, is good. It's
Yeah.
great.
Also here, we urge people to join us in digital campaigns on social media. That one was for fair. And not only for fair, we have done for hunting, for to join the challenge, for fireworks, for to ban live exports, and other issues that concern daily, life, or are, issues that concern people now. Can you please go? Yeah, this is our Instagram account. Is that what I was telling you before? So we have the COP26. We have posts about the COP26. We have posts about xenotransplantation. We have posts about bioethics as well, about cloning. We have a very bad habit here in Greece. We go to a beach and we take everything from the beach. For example, stones, sand, shells. We disturb turtles. So most people do not even know that it is illegal to take stones or sand or whatever from Natura areas. So we try to inform them during the summer, or we had the fire, so we try to inform them about the bees.
There've been posts on subsidies and bailouts on the CAP.
Yeah, on climate tax as well. Everything we think it's important. Can you please go forward? Yeah, and this is the information: the site, Facebook, and Instagram.
So the Vegan 22 Challenge is not the only thing you do, though. And last month we had the Vegan Life Festival, and which every vegan in Greece, especially in Athens, when it happens in Athens, expects. And we had a great time. I assume you were very tired afterwards.
Yeah, I was exhausted like for a week.
So you are a member of the board of directors, and it was quite successful. More than 38,000 people during the 2 days that lasted.
Yeah. So Vegan Life Festival is also a non-profit organization that aims to spread the vegan lifestyle through festivals and other events as well. The first Vegan Life Festival took place here in Athens in 2016. It had 6,500 people, and now we are 5 years later, and we have 38,000 people. It is the biggest festival in Europe, and also the second biggest festival in the world. I think the first one is that of Los Angeles. We also had festivals not only in Athens, but in Thessaloniki and in Chania as well, in Crete.
One very important aspect of the festival is that activist groups don't have to pay for stalls.
Yeah, there's
it's easy to be there and talk with the vegan curious.
Yeah, it has also a free entrance to the public, and that's correct what you said, Nella. There is no fee for activistic groups which want to inform the public and have a stall and contribute to the event. That's very important for us, you know.
It's really impressive what you've done, how that's grown so much. Honestly,
Yeah.
that's incredible. I
cannot take the credit for the initiative.
No.
I was
no,
added.
not alone, but
Yeah, I was added.
I just
to the
wonder,
group in
Konstantina, what is
2015.
what is the feedback? Sorry.
The feedback
I think
in
there's
terms
a
of
bit of
what?
a time delay there from me to you. I don't know if it's my internet or yours, but I just wonder what's the feedback been like from the public and kind of media of the festival over those years? Has there been a change from the start to now in how the public have reacted and media, and what was it like this year? Because this year was the biggest so far, wasn't it?
I think we had the same number to 2019. We also had 38,000 in 2020. In 2020, we did not hold the festival because of the pandemic. We couldn't. Sure, it has expanded from 6,500 people in 2016 to 38,000 people. Okay. So you can see there is a large number nowadays.
Of non-vegans especially, because we are not that many vegans. So
yeah, that's really interesting, isn't it?
Most of the visitors are non-vegans.
Yeah. And like what kind of audience is it attracting? It's obviously a lot of non-vegans. I wonder how do the non-vegans respond to the activism and outreach? Because sometimes with these festivals, people who are maybe not vegan, like for example VegFest, I think what you find is all the kind of non-vegan people or vegan curious might be downstairs at all the stalls with all the products, and all the activists are upstairs in the conferences watching the talks and stuff. And there's sometimes that split. But I wonder, is that different in your festival, and how do people respond to the activism?
No, I didn't catch the first part because I had some technical issues with the sound. If you can make the question again.
Yeah, of course. No, I was just wondering how the so obviously you're getting a lot of non-vegans attracted to the festival, which is brilliant. And I just wondered how they react to the activism and the outreach, because I think at some other festivals it can almost separate out in terms of there are non-vegans maybe looking at the products and maybe interested in what's going on and the food and all of that stuff and the exhibitions, but maybe the activism side, the outreach, the talks, the anti-speciesism and all the animal rights stuff would be separate, and the activists are kind of drawn more to that side. And I just wonder how it kind of plays out in your festival and what the response is from non-vegans to the animal rights element.
That
wasn't a talk. It was a question. The McPlant burger. Oh God, no! Please don't ever sponsor me McPlant burger.
We hope the festival has 3 different entrances. So if they come from not the main entrance, but if they choose another entrance, they surely will see the activity groups and get informed about what's happening in animal rights, etc. Most of them will take a leaflet, or will stand. We have also screens, TV screens, so maybe they will stand and watch something, watch a video about the exploitation, and the videos most of the times are videos from farms, so they are aware of what's happening. And then yes, they might move towards the exhibition area when they maybe will buy some product, or maybe they will try something to eat. And also we have the speeches and the lectures we have in the festival are only for animal rights. Maybe if they watch a speech and lecture, surely they will be educated about what's happening in the industry. But they come because it's a celebration. We make sure that we have a festive atmosphere, make sure that we have a positive energy for the volunteers. The volunteers also play a very important role. This year we had, can you please, Roger, can you please move this slide so we can see the numbers for this year? Yes, here. So we had 119 volunteers. Without their help, the festival cannot be conducted. So we make sure that they feel happy and they feel good and spread that energy to the people they come to the festival. Also, we have music that plays a very important role, because when you have music, it's like being in a party and celebrating veganism, and very
I
significant.
can't hear you that well anymore, Constantina.
Yes, me too. I don't know why. What changed?
So now can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Have we lost her?
So did you listen
That's
to what I
better,
said
yeah.
about the volunteers?
Yes, and also you talked about the music, and generally there is a celebratory atmosphere.
Yeah.
So if they go through the gates, usually they stay for a while, and that's our
Yeah,
opportunity.
they stay for at least 3 or 4 hours. And also I can see, Wendy, to your question, when we have a festival, then we also have a challenge after a week, let's say. So I can say that they are deeply affected by the festival, and they enter the challenge because they have been to the festival. And they write it because in the questionnaire, we ask them, where did you learn the challenge? Why do you want to be vegan? What are your motives? So we have a clue of why they do it. They want to do it, and how they learned about it. So I think the festival is very important, not only for the meat eaters, but for us as well, because it gave us an opportunity to meet each other and to communicate, to start groups, to start projects, or to collaborate with each other. It's
I think it really
important.
helps that I think it's great that obviously it's open air as well, isn't it? And it's free to the public.
Yes.
And the fact that it's obviously in a country like yours where you're probably likely to have quite nice warm weather at that time of year. So it's kind of a real draw for people, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true. And also the venue plays a very important role. It's a very beautiful venue there. It's an old factory, and it's really modern, and it has an architectural also interest. And it's not only open air. We have 3, maybe 4 other. There are 4 buildings that we rent. That there are there we have exhibitors. We have the workshops and the lectures as well, the speeches. So it's not only the open air is the yard is especially for food. But we have closed areas as well inside the festival, so you can attend a lecture or a workshop or a child's. We have also children's workshop. So on Sunday, families can get their children and their pets as well, and their animals, and bring them to the festival and have fun all together. Roger, can you please? Yeah, this year we had also 16 lectures. The goal of the festival is to show people that vegan is easy and a fun choice that brings multiple benefits to animals and the environment and society, but also to those of us who follow it. Also, we seek to expand the network among the people who embrace this philosophy and to create a large and strong vegan community. Can you please change the slide? Yeah, here are some photos from this year's festival. We have also a photo booth, and it's fun. People use it, and with signs that say stuff that, in a humorous manner.
Oh.
Yeah. So we make sure they have memories. And memories and photos and photographs they can use, and be positive about veganism, and show to their acquaintances and friends, etc.
I found that sign interesting. A vegetarian message there, though.
Yeah,
you had me. I don't eat meat.
You had me. I don't eat meat. Yeah.
I don't eat meat.
We have different signs. We are vegans, you know that. We do not support vegetarianism.
Yeah.
But
I just found that it was interesting because when you first see that, you think, oh yeah, I don't eat meat. And then you think, actually, that that could be a vegetarian sign, couldn't it? So it was just interesting. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but
okay. Can you please change the slide? Yeah. Can you see this is the yard? So these are the
blue sky.
This is the space where they sit and eat. And the picture on the right corner, these are the people that are waiting for a burger, to buy burger here. Can you please change the slide?
Yeah, before that, I was just going to say the dog is obviously patiently waiting. So.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, it's one of the few opportunities in a city like Athens, because Athens is not that friendly for other animals, that people they don't even ask. They feel that they can bring their animal friend with them, and does not happen everywhere. People usually are they have to ask beforehand. Especially if they are with a large dog. This is one of the few opportunities that you can have fun with their dog friends.
Yeah. So here in this slide, you can see the amphitheater we used this year on the right side of the picture. And the workshop, the children's workshop we held on Sunday and on Saturday, the first hours of the festival, during the first hours, it's from 11 to 2 o'clock. Can you change the slide? Let's go to the next one.
Constantino, I wonder if now that you've kind of been involved in this for kind of a few years now, are there any lessons that you've learned as organizers of this kind of event, of anything that you're doing differently now, or that you will do differently next year? Are there things that have gone really well that you've been like, oh, amazing, or other things that you think that can be improved? What kind of lessons have you learned along the way?
That's a very good question as well, Wendy. Every year we have to, when we finish the festival, we have to note down all the things we think that we will do differently in the following festival. So, for example, about technical, details, it's a very important thing. It's for the electrician to be given a walkie-talkie, so he could be in immediate, communication, because when we have problems with the electricity, etc. Other things are regard how to organize the workshops, and we have created different forms with staple things we use in every festival, and how to market it, and how there are, we are 7 people. Each one of us has a sector, okay? But we have to make decisions as well, all together. So in my sector, let's say, I have already noted down the things I want to do better in the following festival. Like find, let's say, sponsors about the workshops, or we have implemented a happy hour on Sunday, so we will give the opportunity to the exhibitors to make even better prices, because we already have a 30% discount, in the exhibition, and other strategies we also think about. We evolve. Nothing is the same. That's for sure.
Have you seen any difference in the way the vegan message is framed? Have you any thoughts on how you can adapt it to reach more people, for example? One of the things about the festival is that, and the Vegan 22, of course, is since the beginning they had a very clear message regarding veganism that included human rights and environmental issues.
Yeah.
And
we have
so,
activistic groups for human rights as well that support also veganism. And we try to, through the speeches and the lectures we have, we try to also point out this perspective that human rights and animal rights are very important, and we have to support animal rights and human rights as well. That's why Vegan Life Festival and also the challenge, we support the Pride, we support feminism or feministic, protests, and other activities that involve human rights as well. We try the message of the festival is compassion looks great on you. You can see it on our site as well. We talk about compassion, and we try to have it, compassion as the compass in our decision making.
Is it easy to get the balance, sort of building on that vegan message, is it easy to get the balance between the kind of products and food at the festival and the kind of the rights, the animal rights message and or social justice message? Is it easy to get that balance, or do you have to be really mindful, when you're putting the whole thing together?
In what term? What do you mean practically?
Yeah, so I guess when you're putting it together, are you kind of mindful of I suppose getting that balance and making sure that the message is going to be quite obvious to people who are there, or do you plan it out in terms of where exhibitions are going to be, and then where the products are, where the message will be given, just on a practical level, really.
Yeah, okay. Because the venue is large, we have specific spots of what is where we can function. So the exhibitors need, for example, they need electricity, or they need to be in the central area. So that stays. Surely we make adjustments, and we had to make some adjustments this year because of COVID. We had to follow some measures, etc. And we tried to correspond to that obligation as well. And it really was disturbing and tiring for us because we tried to find solutions to the last minute in order not to discriminate as well. Vaccinated from unvaccinated people, what's happening now in the world. And so we try to do our best in that part. As for the message, in every festival we have a marketing, how can I say, a marketing, not campaign, but there is also another message apart from our main one, and we try to do that in a humorous way, or to be clear about what we do. People, when they come to Vegan Life Festival, they know what we support, And also, there are only vegan products. The exhibitors, even if they do not own vegan companies, we make sure that they know that they can only and control it as well. They can only sell vegan products and certified products as well.
Yes, but I suppose in a way my question relates to what Ronnie just said in the comments, that when I've given talks at vegan festivals, I've even felt that there are many attending that were just there for entertainment. And I guess maybe products as well. I guess many people go for let's go and see the food and the products. So that is I guess what I was kind of alluding to is it easy to get that balance of people are going to be maybe drawn into the products, but then can you kind of hit them with the message? Is it easy to do that in that kind of environment so that it doesn't seem like, oh, this is just a festival where we eat and we have vegan products around? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, okay. We can, when they enter the festival, they be given a leaflet with the lectures we have on that hour, and for the workshops as well. Also, there is a microphone and an announcement. There is an announcement every 15 or I don't know, maybe 20 or 10 minutes to inform people about the lectures and the speeches we hold in the workshops. So when they hear it, even if they are just buying a burger, they will go to to the workshop and see how to make, I don't know if it's a cooking workshop, or to see how to make them themselves, or they go to the amphitheater where is the lecture or the speech. So I believe that it can happen. So the people who only come there for the products will probably see a lecture or attend a workshop. If you see online, if you get on our YouTube channel online and you see the lectures, you will notice that the amphitheaters and the rooms we have the lectures are fully packed with people.
Great.
Because we make sure we bring to the festival academics that are, let's say, that are renowned to our country, and many vegan activists want to attend, or we bring doctors, nutritionists, and people want to know about the health path and be sure when they have also vegan kids, or they are thinking of having a vegan, pregnancy or vegan family. So it's very important to choose to choose eminent people to give lectures and speeches, and to inspire people as well. They get inspired. Many people, there are comments from people that are not vegan that said that I saw and I attend a lecture, and that lecture influenced me and made me be vegan, And also the lectures are recorded. So when we have each year, we have it on our YouTube channel. That's a very important feature of the festival, because then you can go into the channel and you can find the lecture you're interested in. Even I have seen everything from 2016 when I went vegan. The first thing I did was to enter the YouTube channel of the festival and watch all the lectures that had been made in the festival.
That sounds really positive.
Yeah,
and I think Ronnie makes another good point in that. Ronnie, you're on a roll tonight, aren't you? I think many vegan fairs and festivals in the UK are no longer fit for purpose of educating people to go vegan, because their main aim is to make money for the organisers. And actually, that's something that's really positive about your festival, Konstantina, in that actually you're not about that. So can you tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, I can see what Ronnie says. We do not run a business. We're a non-profitable organization. None of us gets paid. So we do that for veganism, to promote veganism. We do not do that because it's our job to do that and we gain money from that, That's a great difference if you compare it with other festivals around the world. And other festivals in general, other vegan festivals, I mean. Okay. So what we gather from the festival, we invest it in the next festival. And also we do not do the festivals, only the festivals. We have like campaigns with posters in public spaces, and we try to contribute to veganism as much as we can, But I see what Ronnie says.
It wasn't talking about your one. It depends on
it depends on the organizers as well. If they are not, I don't know who are they. They are vegan activists. They are not vegan. I don't know.
Because usually, if they are organized, I mean, I assume that if they are organized by people that identify as activists, they see the organization of such an event as activism, and their first priority is to spread the message.
Yeah, I can say for certain that in our team, they are all activists. So that does not happen in our festival here. And I think that...
Doesn't happen on your watch, Konstantina. Oh, no.
Listen, if someone... I have thought about this. If someone, let's say, okay, we are a non-profitable organization, but in order to organize such an event, you cannot imagine how much effort and energy and time it entails. It's a very difficult task, and it's not only during the festival, but it starts like 3 months before or 6 months before the festival. And if we run 3 festivals a year, because we do it in other cities as well, and also there is needed, it needs organizing and time, it needs traveling. Okay, even if, let's say some of us had a problem, economical problem, and tell us that, I cannot make it. Maybe we will converse and suggest something. I don't know. I don't
Cover
think that's
traveling
bad.
expenses.
Yeah,
things
maybe
like that.
something like that. I don't know about the other festivals. Are they activists? Are they they're non-profit, they're business. So their initial goal was to make money. Our initial goal was not to make money, was to spread veganism. Let's start from that. But I can understand it's the work. It's really demanding to organize such an event.
I think that the takeaway from our conversation is, and that's what we had in mind when we thought Konstantina as a guest, is that if two such big events like the one is program is not an event, the Vegan 22 Greece and the Vegan Life Festival happened during recession, which was very difficult period for people in Greece in general. But they were realized during recession just because a handful of people decided to do them, then they can happen everywhere.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You
it's
have
really
to
inspiring
create-
actually, and to see that growth as well. To see that how it's evolved. It's it's really inspiring and really positive.
Yeah, it depends also on volunteers.
Yes.
To operate.
I'm wondering if Konstantina might want to hire out Ronnie, because there's been a little bit of chat going on, and apparently Ronnie might be practicing some dance moves to lighten up his
Can I just
talks.
put in a little bit here? We've got some spamming going on here, and I can't get rid of the last one. I don't think. Is it still there? Because
well, there was, and then you blocked them again.
Yeah, but there's one I can still see. 710. No, is that gone?
Yeah, it's still there.
No, it's there.
Yeah. Well, every time I try and get rid of it, it says I've got an error occur. So I don't know. Maybe we've been hacked, I suppose.
So is that a bot
Really?
then, Tone? Is that like an automated thing that's happening, you reckon?
Yeah, these I think these are kind of porn site sex workers or something.
Yes.
I don't know.
There is a comment from Jonah. No, Jonah, there is no Greek vegan society at the moment in Greece. And there is no formal authority, if I can say that.
Yeah, that's why when we want to do like a campaign, activistic groups, they ask for the help of the festival, because it's an official, it has an official form, let's say, so we can collaborate. For example, when we did the campaign in the metro of Athens, and many activistic groups collaborated, we had to use the legal, let's say, form of the festival to support it, because we do not have a vegan society or another like organization that can support such thing. That's very important for Greece.
Sorry about all the spamming, everyone. It's a bit
It has never happened until now, so
no.